When you think of a presidents who have shaped the US, there is always one name that stands out for the better and worse. And no, I'm not just talking about Abraham Lincoln or Roosevelt or even Barack Obama. I'm talking about the infamous Donald Trump, a man who never played by the usual rules. If you thought that being a president was about just leading the nation with respect, class, and I don't know, maybe dignity, Donald Trump came in and said, "Nah, let's mix things up." But that's not all. As the dust settles on his presidency, was Donald Trump really the criminal president and we let him run again? Today, we are diving deep into alleged crimes, the ongoing trials, and spoiler alert, the mind-blowing ways that Trump left his mark both on the history books and in the courtrooms. The only question is, will he do it again? Buckle up, because this is the most outrageous slide that you won't forget. On the April 4th, 2023, Trump walked into a Manhattan courtroom and pleaded not guilty for over 34 charges that was against him. What was he accused of? Falsifying business records in a scheme that allegedly covered up payments made during the 2016 campaign. Yeah, his first line. Which payments? The payments to an adult film actress to keep her private matters private. Not exactly what you would expect from a presidential candidate, right? So, the story goes like this. Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, withdrew a large sum of money to pay off Stormy Daniels, who claimed to have had an affair with Donald Trump. Yeah, and Trump reimbursed Cohen with checks labeled legal services. Spoiler alert, those were not exactly legal services. So, did Trump break the law? Now, it's up for the court to decide if his actions were just a part of presidential cover-up or something much more sinister. Let's talk about something much bigger than the hush money. The election that Trump lost in 2020. But he just couldn't seem to accept it. And when the result didn't go his way, he pulled out all the stops to overturn them. Remember that phone call with Georgia's Secretary of State? The one where he basically asked, "Just find me 1,100 votes." The exact number that he needed to win in Georgia. Yeah, not exactly the type of call you would expect from a president. That call is a part of a broader investigation into Trump's post-election behavior. A grand jury in Georgia has already heard enough to recommend charges, but it's still up in the air if District Attorney Fani Willis will move forward with an indictment. And it's not just Georgia. Trump and his allies allegedly tried to push fake elections in multiple states where former President Biden won. This is not just a bad idea. It will be illegal. And let's not forget about January 6, when Trump incited a mob to storm the US Capitol. Yeah, remember his tweet? "Be there, we will be wild." The rest is history. And now Trump is facing serious backlash for his role in the insurrection. No one ever imagined that we will be talking about a former and current president potentially being responsible for a literal attack on democracy. Now, let's shift gears for a second. This one is about something most presidents never mess with. Classified documents. But Trump? He made sure to talk a bunch with him after leaving the office from his first presidential run. But these documents were not just regular papers. They were top secret documents including nuclear secrets. Yeah, you've heard that right. In 2022, the FBI raided Trump's Malibu estate and discovered dozens of classified materials. Some reports even suggested that these documents could have compromised US informants. So why was he keeping them? Your guess is as good as mine. But one thing's for sure, when you are president, those documents aren't yours to take, right? This is an ongoing investigation that could be one of the most serious legal battles that President Donald Trump would face in his career. As if everything else wasn't enough, now we have this nuclear mess to contend with. But wait, there is more. You thought that Trump was only involved in legal battles post-presidency? Think again. Let's talk about his two impeachments. Yes, two. The first one was over that phone call with Ukraine's president, Mr. Zelensky, where Trump withheld military aid in exchange for a personal political favor. Spoiler alert, that's not how diplomacy works. And the second impeachment, the insurrection on January 6th, the only president in the US history to be impeached twice. Not exactly a record to brag about, right? But Trump didn't let that stop him. He still pleaded the big lie about the 2020 election being stolen, even after countless court cases were dismissed and his own team told him that there was no fraud. Trump kept spreading false claims. The man wouldn't quit, and now he's facing legal consequences for those actions. Public opinion is of course divided into groups. Trump supporters claim that these investigations are nothing but political witch hunts. After all, he still got a loyal base who thinks that he can do no wrong. On the other hand, critics argue that accountability is key, especially when it comes to the man who holds the highest office as a president of the United States. Whether or not he is guilty, the investigations raise major questions about him as a US president. And what should happen next? Well, let's see. So, was Donald Trump the criminal president? Well, that's up for the debate. But what's clear is that Trump's legacy won't just be remembered for his policy decisions, but it will be remembered for the trials, the investigations, and the multiple allegations of misconduct, whether he is convicted or acquitted. One thing's for sure, his time in the White House office is anything but ordinary. If you think you have heard it all, trust me, we have only scratched the surface. Trump's story isn't over yet. Whether it's the courtroom or the history books, his legacy is still being written. So, stay tuned because this saga isn't going anywhere. Trust me, this isn't the last we will hear about the President Donald Trump. Tell me in the comments what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.